Conor McGregor indicates he loves India after reports of his upcoming boxing exhibition match with Logan Paul in Mumbai, which equals $500 million in total for the fighters. This high-profile event is rumored to be taking place at Mumbai's Wankhede Stadium in 2025 under the umbrella of India's Visit India tourism campaign. The stadium holds a capacity of around 33,000 people for cricket games. Both McGregor and Paul are expected to pocket $250 million each, highlighting the financial magnitude of such spectacles in combat sports. This fight from the February 15th fight night card, Rodolfo Vieira versus Jacob Malkoun, is off because Malkoun is out. Malkoun says, "I'm no longer fighting in February. I'm so frustrated the injuries won't let me show that I'm one of the best middleweights in the world. Maybe all the years of grinding have caught up. Maybe it's just not meant to be. Either way, I'm still the mentally toughest guy out there, so I just won't quit. I will do everything in my power to get back and show the world the hard work and the God-given talent I have. Maybe my path to greatness is supposed to be harder than most people. Maybe it'll make me even stronger. Only time will tell." Malkoun's coming off a win over Petrosky when Petrosky shot in for a takedown and knocked himself out, running into his hip. Rodolfo Vieira is coming off a victory over Armen Petrosian via arm triangle choke. 50% of Rodolfo's victories are by arm triangle choke. Anthony Taylor been announced as the replacement opponent for Darren Till on the January 18th Misfits boxing event in Manchester. This change comes after Tommy Fury unexpectedly withdrew from the bout, saying that he had safety concerns related to Till's previous comments about not adhering strictly to boxing rules, saying he's going to kick him in the head. Darren Till's been transitioning to boxing since his release from the UFC last year in March. His last combat sports appearance was an exhibition boxing match in July where he won via TKO against Mohamed Muti. Anthony Taylor's last fight was a knockout victory over Anderson Silva's son Gabriel at Misfits Boxing 17. Darren Till's got some size and power, but he lacks pro boxing experience. That could be a hurdle against Taylor, while despite not being a world-class boxer, he's done okay under the Misfits Boxing banner. Shavkat Rachmanov's knee is good enough to compete with this mascot. He'll be taking on Bilal Muhammad next for the title, but date is to be determined. Jonathan McAuliffe, who won on the Contender Series this season, will be taking on Evan Elder at UFC 312. That's February 8th in Sydney, Australia, so McAuliffe will have home cage advantage in that one. Some of the other Australians on the card so far include Cody Haddon, who's taking on Alexander Topuria, brother of Ilya Topuria, Jimmy Crute taking on Marcin Prachnio, Stuart Nickel, who's taking on Ray Saruya, and in the lightweight contest, Quillan Salkild will be taking on Anshel Jubilee. As far as the GFL goes, the first season is going to have 6 teams representing 6 different cities across the world, and city announcements will be next month. Each team is going to have 20 athletes across 10 weight divisions, so 2 athletes in each division. The team roster is composed of 14 men and 6 women. Being signed to the GFL means that the athletes officially draft eligible to be chosen by the GFL's 6 team managers and coaches to compete in the GFL. The GFL draft allows teams to select fighters from a pool of over 400 plus male and female draft eligible athletes. And the draft takes place next month, January 24th. More details are coming soon. Regarding the death of boxer Paul Bamba, Chase Demore agrees that his management coaches and the New Jersey Athletic Commission, who let him fight 14 times in 12 months, need to be investigated. They all knew better. It's way too much mileage and too short of a period of time. And Bamba's doctor last year said that he suffered a concussion and an episode of traumatic diplopia, and his MRI of his brain revealed mild white matter changes in both frontal lobes. After that, he took 8 months off, but then returned fighting 14 times in just 11 months. Rafael Fiziev says it's fake news that he's fighting Dustin Poirier. A month and a half ago, he said he accepted a date and an opponent and still waiting to hear back, but nothing came of it. Other lightweights need opponents too. Oliveira fought Sarukian last. He might take on the winner of Sarukian and Makhachev. Gaethje may be fighting Hooker in April. Poirier and Holloway don't have fights. Hooker may be fighting Gaethje in April, and Chandler possibly Patty. Dustin Poirier says he has fight news coming soon. Recently, Dana White said they were planning his final fight. The Louisiana Commission, at one of their meetings this fall, were discussing bringing UFC events to New Orleans, possibly featuring Poirier. The UFC is considering New Orleans for a pay-per-view event, potentially in the first quarter of 2025. A big fight they could possibly make is Poirier versus Holloway for the BMF belt. And while some people may not want to see it, Nate Diaz versus Poirier would be a fight that would attract a lot of viewers. Diaz is looking to get back into the UFC soon. When asked if he'd fight Miktabik or Obai, Chase Hooper says, "I haven't really delved into the footage of him, but would rather not fight 3 Team Alpha male guys in a row though." He fought Guida, Borshev before that. He's coming off a win over Guida. Orobai's coming off a Fight of the Year contender with Robeski. This fight in ONE Championship next month is off, according to Nico Carrillo's coach. Unfortunately, this morning we got news Super Like withdrawn from the fight January 24th. We're devastated with the amount of time, money, and work we put into this camp, and flew the team out 5 weeks out early, and we're about to commence work, and the fight was dropped. Charles Johnson wondering what prospect the UFC will match him up with next. It's supposed to be Ramazan Tamirov on March 1st. Helena Krivar had 52 matches this year, 51 wins, and 42 submissions.
I'm gonna make you quit again. Don't quit. Igor, don't quit this time. Don't quit. Don't quit. Don't quit. Don't quit. Tomorrow you're gonna... Yeah. Brush your teeth first. You ain't gonna bite me. I'm gonna punch your teeth off. You're not gonna bite anything. I'm gonna punch these ugly teeth off, bro. Don't worry. Just don't quit. Don't quit.
Judges scored this fight. First judge, 29-28, Severino. Second judge, 29-28, Maga. And third judge, 29-28. For the winner by split decision, Igor.
Former UFC fighter Brian Ebersol competing at this Fight Circus event. He'll be competing in the wheelchair boxing portion of it.
Yo, and because some of you guys are hating, there's not gonna be any pictures of my butthole or of my feet. It's only striking instructionals and fighting stuff. I don't know if you wanted to hear that or didn't want to hear that, but that's what we're doing.
All right, then, boy.